David and Goliath, the battle that changed everything. The ground shook with every step he took, and no one, no soldier, no warrior, no king, dared to face him. His name was Goliath. A giant of a man, towering over 9 feet tall, wrapped in bronze armor that gleamed under the burning sun. His voice thundered across the battlefield like a storm. "Choose a man," he roared, "and let him come down to fight me." Silence followed. For 40 days, morning and evening, Goliath stood there, mocking, taunting, humiliating the army of Israel. And each time he spoke, fear spread like fire. Even King Saul, the mightiest among them, said nothing. The soldiers whispered among themselves, their hands trembling on their swords. No one wanted to die. Then a boy arrived. His name was David. He wasn't a soldier. He wasn't trained for war. He was just a shepherd, sent by his father to bring food to his older brothers on the battlefield. But as David walked through the camp, carrying bread and cheese, he heard the giant's voice, mocking, defying, challenging not just the army, but God himself. David stopped. Something burned inside him.
Who is this uncircumcised Philistine, that he should defy the armies of the living God?
The men around him stared in disbelief. This boy wasn't afraid. Word quickly reached King Saul. They brought David before him, and Saul looked at him, young, small, unarmed.
"You are only a boy, and he has been a warrior since his youth."
I have fought lions and I have fought bears. When they came for my sheep, I struck them down. The same God who delivered me from them will deliver me from this giant.
There was something in his voice, not pride, not fear, faith. Saul hesitated, then nodded. He offered David his armor, but it was too heavy, too unfamiliar, so David took it off. Instead, he walked to a nearby stream. The battlefield grew quiet as he bent down and picked up 5 smooth stones, placing them carefully into his pouch. In his hand, only a sling. Across the valley, Goliath saw him coming, and he laughed, a deep, mocking laugh that echoed across the hills.
"Am I a dog that you come at me with sticks?"
The giant stepped forward, each movement shaking the ground beneath him.
"Come here, and I will give your flesh to the birds of the air."
But David did not stop. His heart pounded, but not with fear.
You come
with
against
purpose.
me with sword and spear, but I come against you in the name of the Lord Almighty.
The wind picked up, the tension snapped, and suddenly David ran, not away, toward the giant. Goliath charged forward, raising his massive spear, but David reached into his pouch, pulled out a stone, placed it in his sling, and with one swift motion, he released it. The stone flew through the air, silent, fast, unstoppable, and then impact. It struck Goliath directly in the forehead. The giant froze, his eyes widened, and slowly, the unstoppable warrior began to fall. The ground trembled as he crashed face first into the earth. Silence. Complete silence. The giant was down. The army of Israel stood frozen in disbelief. Then suddenly, shouts erupted. Victory cries filled the valley as fear turned into courage. A shepherd boy had defeated a giant, not with strength, not with armor, but with faith. And in that moment, everything changed. Because that day proved something the world would never forget. Sometimes, the biggest battles are not won by the strongest, but by those who believe, even when no one else does.